What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Man, I'm gonna jump right into it, man. Week 11 is in the books, and this season has been as close as it's ever been in the history of this league. We have 12 teams. 12 teams that are only separated by 2 games. That's insane. The 12th seed, Ariel Steel Curtain, is only 2 games out of the top spot. Man, let's just jump right into it, man. First game, Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going up against Colin Kaepernick. And listen, I guess it's frowned upon for, parents to beat their kids because, man, the football gods came and just talk about a shellacking, 127-75. Jordan trying to do everything to save his season. And listen, when I have cousins, Tony, Gano, and Carter combined for 3.4 points, where freaking Dulcich, the tight end from the Broncos, scores more points than those 4 guys combined, you knew it was going to be a rough week, man. I dropped out to 5-6. Jordan, 4-7, fighting to stay alive. Next matchup, Brooklyn Giants, NC 8000, and Will with the 168-126 victory. Again, when you have Justin Tucker, the kicker, who scores 7 points for Will, and he outscores 3 of Marco's combined. Murray, Everett, and Bullock combined for 0. Donuts, nada, nothing. Will goes up to 7-4. Marco drops down to 6-5. Next matchup, Ojo Meister, Bad Boys, and Cuzzo. Man, you were on a free fall. All of a sudden, you've won 2 straight. You win big, 189-112. Ojo Meister goes up to 7-4. Bad Boys drops down to 6-5. And why? The combination of Daniel Jones and Jacoby Brissett, 64 points between those 2. On the flip side, man, Eddie, the combination of Diggs and Jefferson, who's been great for you all season, only combined for 24 points. Next matchup, Team Deal, Bushwick Hitman, Danny, another team who was on a slide, who needed a win to keep his season alive. And Bubba, who was just on life support and just needed not only to win out, but have things go his way. And unfortunately, Danny with the 131-123 victory. Danny goes to 5-6. Travis Kelce and Tyler the kicker from Buffalo, who had 20 points. They combined for a total of 57. And Bubba, man, Pitts, Mills, and Foreman combined for 17 points. Outside of that, I believe Pitts is out and done. Danny goes up to 5-6, keeping his playoff hopes alive. And Bubba, it's done, man. I think it's done. I think you're mathematically eliminated, man. Next matchup, Gotham Knights, flying Buffalo Wings, and Terry. So I had a conversation with Terry a few weeks ago. I was like, Terry, man, season's not looking good. Do you want to pull a trade? Let's work something out. I wanted Mixon. And he tells me, you know what? I'm going to give it one more week. Let me see how this plays out. Mixon then goes on for that huge 5-touchdown game. Since then, he has been on a tear. Terry's on a 3-game winning streak with a 148-150 upset over flying Buffalo Wings. Palmer goes off over 30 points. And a combination of Palmer, Prescott, and Card go for 87 points. Alex, right now, I mean, it seems it's just like Allen and Hurts are the only guys scoring for you right now. Your team is taking a lot of hits. You lost both your tight ends. Alex drops to 7-4. Gotham Knights, Terry goes to 5-6, and that's big. And we're gonna jump into it in a few. Why that's huge, huge. Next matchup, Legendary Giant, Frank's Jets, 2 teams, similar records. Like I said, the tiebreakers are going to become key here. And this may be because one with the 173-140 victory over my brother-in-law Frank, Mahomes and Burrow combining for 75 points. Mahomes coming back to haunt my brother-in-law. He had Fields and Henry that went to 52 points. And unfortunately, Juan's rest of the team just outscored him, did better. I mean, almost 100 points from the rest of the guys. Juan goes to 6-5. My brother-in-law drops down to 6-5. And in the final matchup, we have the hottest team in the league, the defending champs, Ridley's, believe it or not, going up against Steel Curtain 13. And Marty pulls out the 118-98 victory. Combination of Ryan Tannehill and the Washington Commander defense combined for 47 points. Steel Curtain, you had Koo, Fryermuth, and Jackson combined for 42. What's even bigger, those are the only three people you had that went over double digits. Your guys just didn't perform. Ariel, you dropped down to 5 and 6. Marty, 6 and 5. Man, it was a shake-up in the standings this week. Why? Because for the first time since week 5, Flying Buffalo Wings is no longer in the top spot. Drops to number 2 as Ojo Meister, Kazo in the number 1 spot. Going up 5 spots from number 6 to number 1. Alex drops down to the number 2 spot at 7 and 4 with a 2-game losing streak. Will going up 2 spots to the number 3 spot, tied for that first place with the 2-game winning streak. Then we have Bad Boys, who dropped down to the number 4 spot at 6 and 5. Legendary Giant Juan with the second biggest jump goes up 4 spots to the number 5 spot as he's won 2 in a row and he's now 6 and 5. Frank's Jets drops down 3 spots to the number 6 spot after his loss, dropping him to 6 and 5. And then we have the defending champs, Ridley's, believe it or not, going up 3 spots to the number 7 spot after he's won 4 in a row. He's 6 and 5 right now. And rounding out the playoff picture, we have Marco, who's lost 2 in a row, dropped 4 slots in the AC, trying to survive at 6 and 5. And on the outside looking in, Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, right here, dropped down 2 spots to the 9th spot. Outside looking in, I've lost 2 in a row. You have Team Deal right behind, who's jumped up to the 10th spot, who's also 5 and 6 after his win last week. And then you have Terry Gotham Knights, who's gone up a spot as he's won 3 in a row, keeping his playoffs alive at 5 and 6. And then Steel Curtain, Ariel, you're on a free fall right now. You've lost 3 in a row. You dropped down 4 spots to the number 12 spot. And then we have Colin Kaepernick, Jordan, who's 4 and 7, on life support right now, needs to win out to have any chance of getting into the playoffs. And like I said, Bubba at 2 and 9 has officially been eliminated from the playoffs. So like I said, we had Alex since holding the top spot since week 5, since winning in week 5. First time that he's dropped out of that spot. And then we have Marty, who was 1 and 4 going into the week 6 matchup against Frank's Jets. And that win propelled them to go 5 and 1. 5 and 1, and he's now 6 and 5. So the question becomes, Ridley's, believe it or not, is he for real? Do we believe it or not? Well, I was looking through my records, and here's the situation. Marty, you're on a 4-game winning streak. But it's been against teams under 500. You've got a lot of wins. So much so that you're 5 and 1 against teams under 500. What does that mean? Teams that are over 500, you're only 1 and 4. So you've taken advantage of beating the bad teams to get where you are. Does that mean anything? No, it's a week-by-week basis. And right now, some could say your guys are also going, they're hitting their stride right now, and they're making their run. We'll see. You are the defending champs, so you do have that mark on your back, because everybody wants to take you down so they can have that trophy this year. Right now, we got three teams tied for that top spot. We got Ojo Meister, Flying Buffalo Wings, Brooklyn Giants. And like I said, there's only 3 weeks left. But if things play out, Ojo Meister has a tiebreak against both, has beaten both teams. He beat in week 10, he beat Flying Buffalo Wings, and in week 1, he beat Brooklyn Giants. So if they tie at the end of the season, Ojo Meister ends up winning best record. And with that, they're buying back. It's going to be interesting this week, man. We have Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going up against Bushwick Hitman. Right now, I have an early 30-14 lead. I have 2 guys that have gone. Bubba's had 1 guy. Bubba right now is just playing for pride and potential positioning for the non-playoff bracket. Remember, the winner of the non-playoff bracket gets the number 1 pick in next year's draft. And why is it important this year? because Josh Allen will be available next year in the draft. So the potential that that number one pick can lead to Josh Allen is huge. So now more than ever, this playoff is going to be big in the non-playoff championship. Next matchup, we have Ridley's Believe It or Not against Flying Buffalo Wings. Like I said, Marty, your track record against teams over 500 is not great. Here's your chance to turn that around. Right now, you're up 48-35. You used 3 people. Alex has only used 1. Next up, we have Bad Boys against Colin Kaepernick. And Jordan, man, doesn't look good for you early. Right now, Eddie's got a 68-7 advantage. Eddie has used 3 guys. Colin Kaepernick, Jordan, you've only used 1. Then we have Team Deal against Legendary Giant. Team Deal's out to the early 46-15 lead. Danny's used 3 guys already. Juan has only used 1. But, I mean, for Danny, this is huge because a loss here, and it's going to be very hard to get into that playoff spot. You're going to need help and win out. For Juan can't lose here because he's in the mix right now in a loss. He's got a lot of teams that are behind him that he's lost tiebreaker against, including this guy right here. So, Juan, you need to keep winning out if you don't want to, get stuck in that tie situation. Gotham Knights, Brooklyn Giants. Gotham Knights, like I said, Terry is on a tear right now, trying to get into that playoff spot. Will, you're trying to secure the top spot, win some money. Right now, Gotham Knights is up early, 47-4. Terry's already used 3 people. Will has used 1. I think this is the first time all season that all 7 teams have had people play on a Thursday night. MC 8000 going up against Frank's Jets, and they both use 1 person, and Marco's up early 9-3. But these are 2 teams who are 6-5. The winner puts themselves in a very good position to make it to the playoffs. The loser is going to be on the outside looking in and potentially missing the playoffs. And the final matchup, Steel Curtain against Ojo Meister. Ariel's up 47-18 right now, but she's already used 3 people. Ojo Meister has used 1. Like I said, it is close, man. And these weeks count. It's going to be important to win out. Solidify your team. The trade deadline, I don't know if it's passed already, but it was this week, so I don't know if this was the final day, if it's already passed. But right now, it's just, now you just got to just stick with your team, hope for the best. Good luck, everyone. Bubba, I'm going to beat you this week, man. I need to keep my playoff hopes alive. So, sorry, Bubba. What can I say? So, everyone else, like I said, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Giants lost. Listen, not surprised, man. The injuries were crazy. That being said, it's going to be an interesting week this week. Got some money on the Jets. Got them winning with the under, so let's see if they pull that off. And, dude, you guys have a good week. I will talk to you guys soon, man.